Oh, brother. We have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show. I am surrounded by bodies. I am your Scholars of Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion and man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To my
wherever they are.
To my wherever, the current reigning and defending Scholars of Wrestling Party Champion, Scholar Tarek. How's your night going, sir?
WrestleMania, baby. Whoa.
And with us, as always, is Scholar Brian. How are you doing tonight, sir?
WrestleMania, baby.
And joining us on this special WrestleMania 36 prediction show, our good friend, Scholar Charlie. Charlie, how you doing tonight, sir?
WrestleMania, baby. Whoa.
Oh, don't be like that, sassy suit.
It's like a year without Santa Claus over here.
Hey,
well,
but
there's one positive thing to look at. This is episode 290. We are 10 episodes away to episode 300, baby. Woo!
That legitimately is woo. And you know what? Not for nothing. I know the circumstances are much less than ideal. I think we can all talk about that. But you know what? We're still getting a 2-night WrestleMania. We are witnessing wrestling history right now. And tonight is the night to predict it all.
For better or for worse, yes, we are witnessing wrestling history.
The empty arena era.
Yeah. And you know what? Not for nothing. It is WrestleMania. So this lovely, prestigious championship is on the line against all of you. So never mind. It's a mistake. Go away. Nah, just kidding.
Too bad he's going to be that party champion for a while with quarantine on and all.
Yeah, and considering if all goes according to plan, we're going to be we've got tickets to SummerSlam, so he's going to be party champion for a while.
Money in the Bank, because that got canceled today. So.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
So, anyway, enough of that nonsense. We are here to do one thing and one thing only, and that is put in our predictions for WrestleMania 36, a 2-night extravaganza. We got 16 matches to go through here, gentlemen. So let's just dive right into it. First of all, I'm just going in sort of reverse order. This is listed on Wikipedia, so the order of these matches are subject to change. But let's kick things off with Otis versus Dolph Ziggler. I'm going to just call people out. Yeah, Champion's going first. I'm just going to call out things in direct traffic as best I can here.
Oh, boy.
I am going to go with Otis. I feel like this is a storybook ending waiting to happen. It's probably not going to open the show, but it's going to be a satisfying palate cleanser. Probably is just some heel winning somewhere along the line. But no matter what, Otis is going to win. The truth is going to come out, and then love will win the day. Fool, who do you got?
Surprisingly enough, this is actually kind of a hard one for me because I don't see this. Don't react like that. I have my explanations. I don't see I don't see this as really a like book ending type of story. I still feel like they'll throw in the Sonya Deville to somewhat continue this if they actually are allowed to continue filming at the Performance Center. But I'm just gonna go with the typical booking and I'm gonna go with Otis, but I'm not so fully confident Vince McMahon's like, yeah, let's give the fat guy the girl.
But yeah, that's good shit.
Otis. You know how Vince McMahon is with that big, sweaty, muscular man.
Brian, who do you got?
No happiness. Dolph Ziggler wins. Dolph Ziggler wins. Tucker turns.
Wow.
Okay.
No happiness. No happiness for
Otis.
Otis.
You're doubling down. Okay.
No happiness for Otis until there's a crowd. If there's not a crowd, I think that they have a moment saved for later on where you don't need a crowd to appreciate it. For this match in particular, I think you need the crowd to appreciate that bookend. So therefore, something happens, you get shenanigans, Dolph Ziggler wins WrestleMania. Otis gets the girl at SummerSlam or whenever we come back.
Damn it, Brian, stop talking sense. Charlie, you're up. What do you think?
I think you have to switch up your order with Brian because it seems like he's just picking up different answers than you and hoping for the best to come for that title.
It's a legitimate strategy.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Anyways, I'm with you guys. I say Otis, and Jeff, I'm with you. I think Mandy's going to go with him.
All right. Next match we've got for the women's tag titles. We've got the Kabuki Warriors versus Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. Brian, who do you got?
I feel like I feel like they're setting up for a title change here. I really do. I think that Chris Cross, what is it?
Bliss Cross Applesauce.
Bliss Cross Applesauce.
Yeah, I think they're taking it. Asuka's been the MVP the last few weeks of the WWE with her promos and her commentary and all that, and you know that always means they're setting her up for a loss. So, yeah, Bliss and Cross become tag champs at WrestleMania.
All right, Fool, who do you got?
I'm also going to go with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross because I think Vince McMahon blames the Kabuki Warriors for the coronavirus situation. Because Vince McMahon is a horrible human being. But in all seriousness,
I honestly thought that would be Charlie's words.
In all seriousness, I am still picking Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross because I think because of the big boom of the popularity Asuka's been getting, I think they're going to give her a singles run. They're going to break up the Kabuki Warriors after this, like a silent breakup. There's no storyline to it. I just think, she's going to go singles run, and Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are going to be the first two-time women's tag team champions, and it's going to be great seeing Alexa Bliss with gold around that beautiful waist of hers again.
All right. All waifuism aside. Charlie, who do you got?
Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Nothing more to say.
All right. I am going to be the cynical one here. I'm going to go with Kabuki Warriors. I'm not. Their time is coming. I just don't think it's going to be right now. I don't think it's going to be this team. I really sincerely do not. I think they're going to go on for a little while longer, and then just they're going to give it to some other team that deserves it. I just don't think it's going to be now.
Say goodbye to that title, fool.
What?
You heard me.
Hey, I don't know. All right. Next match for the Intercontinental Championship, Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan. Since I apparently skipped over you, Fool, and this is kind of your belt, who do you think?
I think Sami Zayn is going to successfully defend it. The man just won it. I think this feud is far from over. I just see some shenanigans coming in. Yeah, I think Sami Zayn is going to successfully defend it.
All right. Let's see. What order am I going in here? Let's go with Charlie. Who do you think?
Sami Zayn's going to successfully retain. He just won it. There's no reason for, and like Tarek said, it's not over here. This is going to be a long feud. And
at least we're getting this match
wrestling
at WrestleMania, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Brian, who do you got?
I indeed also have Sami Zayn. Shenanigans will get him to victory. I actually think that Gulak is the one to take the title off of Sami Zayn. I think that's what the grooming here is, and Daniel Bryan has to be sacrificed for that.
Oof.
For that.
That's
I'll tell you what, I am honestly going to be contrarian yet again. I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan to win. And I just think there's a lot more to be had with Daniel Bryan as a champion, just being that workhorse that will just put in great match after great match after great match. And this feud will continue, and it will do. You can do a rematch with Sami Zayn, which is going to be gold. You can have a rematch with Shinsuke Nakamura, which is going to be, gasm in your pants good. There's going to be Daniel Bryan and Cesaro, which, think about that for 2 seconds, Tarek.
Ring.
Exactly. And then once he beats them all, then there's a one-on-one once again with Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak goes over. Star made. Boom. But anyway, that's just my opinion. We'll see if it happens. Next match.
I'm just kidding. That's it.
Hardly. Next match. We've got, we're coming up to Charlie's thing. Edge versus Randy Orton. What do you think?
This match was made for Charlie.
Yeah.
It really
That's why you're kicking us off, Charlie. What do you got?
my star of the Attitude Era and life versus my star of the Ruthless Aggression Era. So, Edge, no doubt. It's his first match back. The story being told just runs completely against him. So he's going to unleash all kinds of sexy, sexy hell on Randy Orton.
Yeah, I will second your notion of sexy, sexy hell. This one just writes itself, honestly, as far as I'm concerned. Edge to win. Fool, who do you got?
Charlie, when you meet Randy Orton and Edge again, you're gonna just give him this pay-per-view and be like, "I beat you at this pay-per-view too, didn't I?"
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that happened.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm picking Edge to win this one.
All right, Brian, you want to take us home?
Randy Orton took out the man's wife. Edge is gonna kill him. Edge wins. That's it.
That's what I was waiting for.
Dude,
second there, it sounded like you were just going to go on about all the horrible things Randy Orton did. Randy Orton punched a kitten.
Blood vengeance, and when you take out a man's wife, when you take out a man's father, when you take out anyone's family on this program, the person whose family you took out wins. That's how
Unless
it works.
it's Cena's dad.
Unless it's dad.
And the other thing, it's Edge's first match back. Edge wins.
Derp.
That's it.
Derp, derp, burp.
Derp, derp, burp. Speaking of blood feuds, we've got the bloodiest of all the blood feuds coming up. Elias versus King Corbin.
Oh my God.
I'm going with Elias to win just because Elias, the boy, needs... Elias needs...
You've gotten me and Tarek to win. Oh no, Tarek got me to leave. But now Tarek's leaving.
I'm picking Elias just because I feel like he's owed something, and this'll
Brian, that title's as good as yours, or me and Tarek are tying for it. Who knows?
No, you want to know why? You want to know why? Let's just bring it to me on this one. There's a reason why Gronk is hosting the show, and it's to fuck over Baron Corbin.
Oh no! Good point. Good point.
All right, cool.
Elias wins via interference.
Fool, who do you got?
Honestly, I honestly don't think this match is going to happen. I think Elias was actually written off this match, falling off of that barricade thing last week, just so Mojo Rawley could be put in this match.
No.
God.
They announced today that he's cleared. That Elias is cleared.
Okay, well, I'm just going to go with Corbin, because I'm sorry, Fool, but I think Vince McMahon is more in love with Baron Corbin than he does with Elias. And in my opinion, the hell with Elias. I'm done with him.
But he's more in love with Gronkowski. That's
it. Right, so what does that mean, Brian? Who do you got?
He did.
I said that Elias wins
on
interference.
All right, so Elias wins via interference.
Yep.
All right, Brian, Charlie, who do you got? Whatever the hell your name is,
Elias. Sorry,
all right.
Don't apologize.
2020 is going to be Corbin. I think 2020 is going to be good for Corbin, though.
All right. We're getting some here.
The man was basic for the past few months was the big dog's bitch. He has to get some kind of redemption here, and I feel like a WrestleMania win over a worthless person like Elias.
But I just feel like doofy man-child Gronk is going to say differently.
That match, he's going to destroy Elias, and then the host of WrestleMania, is going to make him face Mojo Rawley, and then Mojo Rawley's going to win.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what's worse.
Speaking of doofy man children, Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. Cool. Who do you got?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Aleister Black. He's going to kick Bobby Lashley's big chuckly head off.
Oh, that's so wrong. But But
I like
Uh,
Bobby Lashley.
I
I,
got
I
nothing.
really do like Bobby Lashley, but he's done, and plus he's positive for the coronavirus. I think he's gonna this is basically them writing him off TV.
He's
for a
not
good while.
positive. He was just in quarantine because he was in South Africa on a.
I heard he was positive. That's what I read.
No, he was in quarantine because he was on a media tour in South Africa. So they quarantined him as soon as he got off the plane.
If you travel outside of the States, you have to self-quarantine for 14 days.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I follow the news.
Brian, what do you got?
Aleister Black is going to kick his head off within 3 minutes.
Charlie,
It's not gonna be a long match. Aleister Black needs a big name on his list of victories. Aleister Black's winning.
Yeah, this one's a pretty clear-cut one. I'm just going to go with Aleister Black. It's going to be
Needs a
black
big
across the
name.
board.
He beat AJ Styles.
No. It's gonna be white across the board because Aleister's winning.
Brian said he needed a big name for that win. He beat AJ Styles.
No.
Or someone
right.
said.
All right, next match we've got for the Raw tag titles. We've got the Street Profits versus Austin Theory and Angel Garza. For some reason, Charlie, who do you got?
I only have one filler champion. Spoiler alert: winning at WrestleMania. So I see Street Profits retaining.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take the safe route. I'm going to go with Street Profits. It's going to be a very good match, especially with Austin Theory coming in very hungry, looking for something to prove. But yeah, tag titles, I don't think so.
You know what's
Cool.
going to be lame, though? The Street Profits WrestleMania entrance without a crowd.
They can't.
Yeah, that'd be sad.
They can't do that full entrance. They cannot. That's it.
Cool, who do you got?
Is this really a question? Street Profits.
Only if that answer could be any more listless and energy sapping.
Well,
I feel more tired just listening to it.
Sound like Ben
Is
Stein.
there really anything to say about this match? Honestly, this match could have been done better if they had the Viking War Raider experience of fighting them. At least those teams had history.
It's true.
Brian, is it 4 for 4 or are you going to go against the grain here?
The other two teams that were supposed to be the challengers for this match, I would have picked them. The AOP and Garza and Andrade. But as soon as those two leave and Austin Theory gets put in, guess who's taking the pin, fellas? So Street Profits.
All right, Street Profits it is. All right, next match we've got Miz Morrison versus Usos and the New Day. Honestly,
It got switched up, though.
It got
And
switched.
nobody knows what it actually is.
Yeah, I'm hearing different things. I'm hearing a singles match between Morrison and one of the Usos.
I heard it was a ladder
having nothing to do with it.
I've also got a triple threat ladder match with Morrison, Kingston, and one of the Usos.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Since
Do we
there's
even pick one at this point?
I'll tell you what. I'm going to say yes, and I'll tell you why, because it sounds like there's at least one member of each team that has someone in this. I'm going to say a New Day representative wins this match because Xavier Woods comes back and interferes. Because yeah, I'm picking for the context of this match, I'm picking if we do get a singles or a triple threat whatever match, I'm gonna pick Kofi to win or the New Day. I'm picking New Day. New Day is my official thing. All right. Fool, who do you got?
I'm going with the match that pretty much everyone's been saying that I've been listening to, and it's going to be the singles ladder match between John Morrison and an Uso. I'm going to go, in that case, I'm going to go with, if it's a team thing, I'm going with Miz and Morrison.
Okay.
Well, it's definitely not going to be a team thing because Miz is sick. Not with Corona, but sick.
But I
Okay.
think they're doing whatever it is. Whoever wins is gonna bring the tag champs, is gonna bring the tag belts to their. So for me, I think what the original plan was to have the Usos win, so that the Usos and the New Day could tie their tag reigns, and then they'd feud throughout the summer to see who the best team was.
Are you
But
sticking with that?
Ugh.
I don't know if they make the change, if it's the teams, if it's not the teams doing the tag team thing. I don't know if they make the change in the singles competition. So therefore, I will agree with Scholar Tarek that in whatever iteration this match is, Morrison will win, because you don't. I don't want. I don't want the tag titles to change hands in a singles match. That's weird to me.
Totally agreed,
It's
but
so
you
weird
know
that
what?
You got so caught up in your words.
Charlie, who do you got?
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Maury Morrison.
Maury Morrison. Okay. I now expect someone named Maury Morrison to come down and just climb up the ladder.
Have you seen the music video that Mason Morrison put out?
No,
No, I have not
You
yet.
need to. You need to.
will do.
Oh, yeah. All right, next match. We've got Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. Fool, who do you got?
I think this match is opening one of the shows. This is definitely a match opener for a feel good moment with Kevin Owens getting his WrestleMania moment. At least that's what they're going story wise. Kevin Owens is he's going to defeat the guy who's pretty much becoming the new Mr. WrestleMania in Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm. All right, Brian, who do you got?
Kevin Owens needs to win this match, and this feud needs to end immediately. Like this needs to be it. It's been going on for what feels like years.
More like 5 months.
Feels like a year.
It feels like quite a long period of time, and this is definitely gonna be the blow off, I feel. Charlie, who do you got?
Owens.
Owens? Yeah, I think it's definitely gonna be Owens across the board. This is very clearly going to be a match, a feud ender rather, and I'm with you. Even if it doesn't open up the first night, I think that might actually it might actually go to the Intercontinental title match as far as I'm concerned. But if it doesn't open up night one, it'll most certainly open up night two, or at least has a very strong chance of doing that.
Agreed.
Next match, we've got The Undertaker versus AJ Styles Boneyard match. Brian, who do you got?
Biker Taker wins all. That's it. As soon as he brought out the biker and said the famous line, "I'll make you famous," I'm like, Taker has to win. I'll say it. Fuck AJ. That's it.
Charlie, who do you got?
Oh, why do you have to go with me second?
Because we're trying to go in an order here.
You have to think about this. Stop it.
Well, I've heard some ideas.
Yeah.
In all fairness, so.
I mean, he did call him an ass clown, so which their Twitter exchange was hilarious.
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna go with Taker. Fuck it.
All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go with Undertaker on this one. I don't see him losing this. He should put at least one other person on the way out. I'll share for a later date who I think that should be. But for now, Undertaker wins. Fool.
If we all say Taker and Tarek doesn't, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Do we need to even ask at this point, Tarek?
To an extent, yeah. You really do. Because
that was more than I was expecting. Hold the truck up.
Because to an extent, it's so sad because this is actually one of my least favorite feuds going into WrestleMania. I've hated this. I'm not a fan of them breaking the whole Undertaker character, calling him Mark, bringing in Michelle McCool, and even with Undertaker's promo from this past week, he's even getting a lot of heat for what he was saying. He pretty much shit all over the current roster, cause talking about how AJ didn't want to be in with like the Rock and Stone Cold and all that saying. It's reached that point where it's like, dude, you basically took a dump on all your current roster. So in a way, I don't want Undertaker to win this. I really don't. But I am gonna go with Undertaker just because it's the Undertaker, and he's pretty much Vince's golden boy. And I just don't. I love AJ Styles, and I actually want him to win this, but I don't see him being in that same league as Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns as the guys who beat Undertaker at WrestleMania.
All right, now with that, we've got our next match, the fatal 5-way elimination match for the women's championship for SmackDown. Bayley, Lacey Evans, Naomi, Sasha Banks, Tamina. Charlie, you're up. Who do you got?
Sasha Banks winning, turning face.
All right. My turn. Do I need to say anything?
I think
goodbye to that title.
Goodbye to that title, because
I
Lacey
definitely know where you're going.
Every month
There's
until
one
it
story.
happens. I'm
Well,
picking
you guys-
Lacey Evans unironically.
You have been literally saying this for months. You got to get some
Every
kind of
month until it happens.
no.
Every month.
You've been
until
saying
it
it
happens.
for ever since she was facing Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. That you said she's going to win a title at WrestleMania. You got to get some kind of punishment if you're wrong on
Hold
this.
on. No, I will answer for myself. My official prediction was she is going to win. She is going to have the SmackDown Women's Championship by WrestleMania if she does not win it at the actual event. I think that, yeah, if I don't get the prediction right, I'm probably going to lose the championship. But you know what? I'm loyal every month until it happens.
So
what if
Lacey
it
Evans every month until it happens, for as long as she's on an active participant on the roster. Every month.
kiss your belt right now.
Goodbye.
Hey, we're not done
real.
yet. We're not done yet, fool. Who do you got?
I'm going with Bayley successfully defending the championship and turning heel on Sasha. The entire match is going to be the whole story of Sasha Banks and Becky's friendship overcoming the odds, which is the odds being the other members. And
Sasha
it's going to
Banks and
be
Bayley.
which one of them will turn on each other, and we're just going to think it's going to be Sasha, but she's going to be the one holding back, and Bayley's going to be taking advantage of that and getting the win over Sasha and starting the feud. And we're probably going to get the big one-on-one match of a face Sasha versus a heel Bayley at SummerSlam.
Brian, who do you got?
Scarlett Tarek took the words right out of my mouth. Bayley wins, turning on Sasha along the way. I don't see Sasha being the one to turn on Bayley, because if you want her to be a face. So Bayley turns on Sasha, Bayley retains, and then they build up for a Bayley Sasha SummerSlam match because they wanted to take over Brooklyn again.
All right, and with that,
he gets her win there.
All right, now I believe we are up to me, and the next match on the docket is John Cena versus Bray Wyatt in the Firefly Funhouse match. I think it goes without saying that I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt for this one. Honestly, I know how much we all love the result of the last Saudi Arabia show.
Love it. It.
Some slight, tiny bit of sarcasm there. and I understand why we all hated it. It was shocking. We felt like we put so much emphasis and build on this. We hated it because the general opinion was that this was not of statement of good faith in Bray Wyatt. That we were all basically afraid that it was going to be ruined. To me personally, the result was shocking. I don't feel it like it's the right move, obviously, but it wasn't necessarily the most a must-win situation in the traditional sense, like it has been for, like, say, Daniel Bryan or CM Punk in the past. This match, however, is the must-win. This match, to me, is the must-win that shows that there's still faith in the Bray Wyatt character, and you're using a part-time John Cena to put him over as their next big monster attraction. If you want to make him an Undertaker type figure who looks strong but can still lose against a very special opponent on occasion, this is the match, I believe, to settle that and to solidify that into WWE canon or lore, whatever you want to call it. Either way, I'm putting Bray Wyatt to win. Fool, who do you got?
This is a must win for Bray Wyatt. I actually have two things to say on this one. First one is a scholar's quick talk for you guys. Which Bray Wyatt do you want to see win? The Fiend Bray Wyatt or the Funhouse Bray Wyatt?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're gonna see both.
Oh yeah, we're definitely seeing both. That was made clear. Because of editing, we're getting both of them. And second, this is actually another question, but it's not a quick talk. It's just, have you guys seen the Adam Blampier booking of WrestleMania Night 1 on WrestleTalk?
Yes, Yes, I did. I'm not sure if I like the idea or not.
I actually loved the idea.
Just to bring you up to speed. Just to bring you up to speed, he had the idea of where he's like taking years out of John Cena's career, where he basically locks in the mandible claw, the lights go out, and then he's like in a jersey and a lock, and he's like Doctor of Thugonomics. He gets the mandible claw locked in again. He's wearing like the really tight shorts and the crazy hair, and it's like his debut. Then he locks it on one more time. 1, 2, 3, he wins, and then he just vanishes. And then that's the match.
With how he explained it, I actually was like, you know what? That was so much fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, Adam Blampied is a very good storyteller. I don't agree with all of his ideas, but he is such a good, charismatic storyteller that he can really make it seem convincing and plausible. A lot of his ideas are, in my opinion, plausible. This one, it's more on the south end of plausible. Like, I think it's good. I think it can work, but I don't think they will go in that direction.
Oh, it would definitely work in this format with how they're filming wrestling shows. That's actually why I think it actually worked on my end. I actually kind of thought it was a fun idea, and it's a good way to actually write off the John Cena character so we can finally go off into the sunset and make movies full time. But yeah, back to the prediction. This is a must win for Bray Wyatt. If he loses, I actually think John Cena is now in that point where he is willing to follow whatever Bray Wyatt's like ideas for this match can go, and I think it's going to be a good, strong victory for him.
Brian, who do you got?
Bray Wyatt. It's his match. It's you can't have. I don't think you can have Bray Wyatt lose his match the first time that you have it. They didn't when they did whatever that was with Randy Orton, and they're not going to do it here. John Cena seems like he's been willing to play ball and put people over the last couple years. So I think we're going to see that here. Bray Wyatt gets his win back at WrestleMania over John Cena, and that kind of washes the taste out a little bit about what happened in Saudi Arabia.
Charlie, who do you got?
Bray Wyatt across the board.
Bray across the board. All right. Now, quick talk before we go. How many of the denizens of the Firefly Funhouse will we see interfere in this match?
All of them.
Yeah, I kind of want to see Ramblin' Rabbit run by, distract John Cena, and then Mercy the Buzzer just comes by and tries to peck at John Cena's eyes.
I don't think they're gonna interfere in anything like that. They're just gonna be there.
Yeah.
They're just Abby the Witch is probably gonna welcome John Cena at the door. If anything, Rambling Rabbit is gonna be humping John Cena's leg because he's such a huge fan of everyone who's not Bray Wyatt.
And it's gonna kill him for the offense.
Yeah.
I want to see Huskus the Pig Boy do a 5-star hog splash onto John Cena while he's down. That'll be great. He'll throw like the puppet on him. It'll be great.
How long were you holding on to that one?
About 10 seconds. I produced that from my noggin. But anyway, speaking of producing things from my noggin, Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. Let's see, where are we? We are up to Fool. Who do you got? Becky or Shayna?
I'm gonna go with Shayna. I'm done with Becky Lynch's title reign. There's that whole thing of the whole building up for Ronda Rousey's return, and literally the next minute I see a picture of basically everyone who Becky quote beat, and the first two was Ronda Rousey and Charlotte, and my response was like, well, okay, well, there's no rush on that one, and they just built Shayna up so well. I just don't want to see her lose after being built up so much with Becky just in that I don't give a shit attitude. I don't like face champions who basically like just going around like, oh yeah, you're facing me? I don't care. Damn it.
Yeah.
Brian, who do you got?
You don't build up somebody as hard as they did in that Elimination Chamber match to have them fall and in their next challenge. And
on the contrary, though, didn't they have Braun run through an Elimination Chamber?
And he lost at the end. He ran through everybody and then got beat by Roman.
Oh,
at the
okay,
end.
true.
Yeah.
But Shane, they built her up so hard. She took out everybody in that match.
Yeah.
And you don't have that person lose in their next challenge. So, yeah, Shayna Baszler, easy here.
Charlie, who do you got?
Shayna Baszler. Plain and simple, plain and simple.
Shout out to our boy Jeremy. All right. I'm gonna have to go with Shayna on this one, just to repeat what you said, Fool. I want to like Becky, but she's gotten stale, she's gotten boring. They need something for her to do, and I think that something is give her the Rocky 3 treatment. Have Shayna in there, give her the Clubber Lang, just totally destroy her, rebuild her from the ground up. And if she's available, go full Rocky 3. Have Ronda come in, do some non-wrestling things. Have her do like a training montage with Becky Lynch, preparing her for the rematch at SummerSlam.
I won't go that far, but
I will.
It's like
I want full
like,
80s montage.
I'm gonna go with how you started that, Fool, and it's just like she's not cool anymore. It's merely because like look at this time last year where she took that punch. She took a literal punch from Nia Jax, face covered in blood, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm still ready to go." That was cool. Now it's at that point where it's like, she's doing WWE things, and WWE is just going, "Oh my God, look what Becky's doing! Isn't she cool?" She's now the female equivalent of what Seth Rollins was a few months ago.
Yeah,
where
she needs refreshment.
Next thing you know, that guy that had that Seth Rollins is not cool sign is now going to be Becky Lynch is not cool. Stop trying to force it now. It's like now it's reached that point. Oh, it's now WWE trying to be like, oh, she's the cool one, isn't she? It's like, well, she was, not no more.
All right, next match we've got for the Universal Championship: Goldberg versus Roman, Braun, Reigns, Strowman, whoever, whatever. I've totally lost track of whose turn it is. So, Brian? Okay, I was going to pick on you anyway. Brian, who do you got?
You're gonna pick on him? That's mean.
Yeah.
That's super mean.
I'm gonna have the balls to say it. If you went all in for this Goldberg versus Roman Reigns match for the title, and Roman Reigns isn't going to be there, Goldberg wins.
The
money match that they believe, and they started all this. They took it away from Bray Wyatt so that you could have Goldberg versus Reigns. Just because Reigns is out, that doesn't change.
Goldberg's not going to hang, though, for after Mania.
Braun Strowman.
It's his prediction.
I know.
Braun Strowman, in my eyes, deserves nothing.
It's true.
At this point. And if they put it on him, I think that's a mistake bigger than what you did at Saudi. Because that doubles down. That doubles down what they did to Bray Wyatt. If you're gonna make the move and give it to Goldberg so that he can go and lose it to Roman Reigns, that's what you do. You don't have him lose it to anyone else. Goldberg wins.
All right, Charlie, who do you think?
All right. I'm going with Braun Strowman. And I'm going to say... What was I? You were saying that...
Braun Strowman, yeah.
No. Brian was saying that Braun Strowman doesn't deserve it. But did Goldberg deserve it in Saudi?
No, he didn't. And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to fucking do it, okay, if you're going to move the title to Goldberg so that you can have your little Goldberg versus Roman Reigns match, okay, that's the only reason they did it. Okay, if you're doing it so that you can have Goldberg versus Roman Reigns, you stay the course. If it's anyone else in that match, Goldberg wins so you can fulfill your prophecy of Goldberg versus Roman Reigns when the time is right.
Be that as it may, but I don't see Goldberg hanging around after Mania. And I see Braun, granted it might be the longest transition of a transitional champion, but I see him just being sacrificial to Roman Reigns then after this, because I don't see Goldberg working any after. It's a one-off. It's going to be a one-off for him.
Yeah, I don't know really what's going to happen with this. All I know is that I cannot tell you why, but my gut is telling me that Braun Strowman's going to walk away with the Universal Championship. Unless there's like some serious twist or swerve or something weird to this, I'm thinking Braun is actually going to pull a transitional champion.
Nicholas is going to win.
Oh, jeez.
See, I could get that.
Come over here and get behind that, Brian.
Wait.
Don't
what
you
did you say? You kind of skipped out on me. What did you say?
I said Nicholas is gonna win.
No, don't leave before you predict. Don't leave before you predict.
It's not gonna be Braun Strowman. Come on, Jeff. Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be El Dandy. Come on.
It's gonna be no. It's gonna be DVD. It's gonna be DVD Phil. It's gonna be Toru Yano. We all know this.
See,
Obviously.
No, you guys are all wrong. You're all wrong. It's gonna be Damian Sandow.
All right, Damian Sandow.
But I guess it's my go.
Yes, it is.
It's actually funny listening to you guys argue about this. And before we even started recording, my mind was actually going exactly where Brian was going. I think they're gonna stick it with Bill Goldberg, and they're gonna have Goldberg pull a Brock Lesnar, and we're not gonna see the Universal Championship in a long time.
The Tui.
Oh boy, yeah.
So yeah, it's
a possibility.
They put so much into Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. I think they're gonna wait for this whole thing to blow over, and I think they're gonna end this match. They're gonna have Goldberg give Braun Strowman the jackhammer, and you're just gonna notice. You're not going to see Braun Strowman's feet because his feet are going to be tied down by cables. So that's why Bill Goldberg can actually lift up Braun Strowman.
You can't lift anybody for that jackhammer anymore.
I think he hits him.
That's why they're going to have Braun Strowman's ankles tied to a little crane so they can lift him up. And then he's like, okay, you're good? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, let's drop. That.
If there was ever a time for such a thing, as ridiculous as it sounds, I feel like I genuinely, just given the way this discussion is going, I really do feel like this is going to be one of those matches where there's so many different crazy possibilities that it's almost darkly entertaining because of how weird and crazy it can get. I kind of want to see it.
I want Braun Strowman to earn his way to the title, not to just be someone just randomly throw in because the guy that they wanted to give it to can't because for health reasons.
The dude that lost the Intercontinental title to Sami Zayn in a handicap match, and you're gonna give him the Universal title with no belt. No, that's no
WWE logic.
And if it does happen, I'm gonna shit all over it next week. So tune in.
Okay, delightful.
You guys better be able to find toilet paper.
Oh,
I got plenty of TP.
Anywhere.
I got plenty of TP for my bunghole.
Oh, we're surviving. Meantime, we've got our penultimate match: Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. Charlie, I believe it's yours.
Drew.
All right. I'm going to pick Drew again. I think this is the last very, very clearly obvious unanimous one. This is probably going to be, this has a strong chance of closing one of the two nights, probably the second. I'm going to go with Drew in this battle of the beefy meat mans. Tarek, who do you got?
It's such a shame that I said it even last week. It's such a shame that Drew has pretty much had his WrestleMania moment taken away from him in front of like thousands of people. But he's still going to win it. He's still going to get that big WrestleMania win. And I'm going to scream like a little girl in complete celebration. Yeah, like similar to if a little girl going to a boy band concert.
Headphone warning. Brian, take us home.
You don't make that video package for someone who's going to lose. Drew McIntyre obviously wins here, and it's going to be a celebration in my bedroom, the likes of which the Royal Rumble had never seen.
Brian.
What the hell does that even mean? Never mind. Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
It's disgusting.
I don't want to know.
Tarek, Cesaro is to Tarek as Drew McIntyre is to me.
Okay, I learned something here. Right? Hey, there's something about believing in your dreams. When you believe in your dreams, you put your money behind your person every single month, every month until it happens.
Except for Lacey Evans.
You shut your whore mouth. All right. Final match.
And Carol Baskins.
We don't talk about her anymore. Next match. Final match. For the NXT Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair.
I love you have this as the main event.
I'm not
how did that work out?
He did it in the weekly order. He said it in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, I literally took the listing they had on Wikipedia. I just flipped it around in reverse order, just to for.
I love the Wikipedia.
You flipped it and reversed it.
Yes, we're flipping it, and yet whatever that is. All right. Anyway, I've heard a bunch of different ways that this match can go. All of them seem promising. Ultimately, I feel like it comes down to which one would they get the most mileage out of. Rhea Ripley retaining on NXT, getting the rub, and then just having a whole bunch of high-profile feuds on NXT, taking it to another level? Or are you going to have Charlotte Flair win, take her off, basically have the two switch places, put Charlotte Flair on NXT and bring up Rhea Ripley? Of the two, my brain says Charlotte would make a hell of a lot of sense, but my gut is telling me Rhea Ripley. I'm going to follow my gut. I'm going to say Rhea Ripley wins. Fool, what do you got?
Charlotte Flair is winning the NXT Women's Championship because it's Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. She is going to continue building up that rank of amazingness because it's, again, they even said, they even posted on Rhea Ripley's undefeated streak. Charlotte Flair is going to break that, and she's going to add another title reign to her record because it's Charlotte fucking Flair.
Okay, then. Brian, who do you got?
I think it's a huge mistake for what Tarek said to happen. So I'm going to go in the completely opposite direction. And you've built up Rhea Ripley so hard. And yeah, it's all well and good bringing her up to Raw or whatever. But she's in such a good spot right now. Why would you ruin it? I realize
Charlotte Flair. She ruins everything.
I realize this, but for the first time ever, I can honestly say, I think that Charlotte Flair would pass the torch here.
You ruin everything, ruiner.
I think that she would, and I'm pulling a Jeff. I'm going with my heart here. Rhea Ripley retains because fuck Charlotte Flair.
Charlie, take us home. What's
Rhea
your last
Ripley.
pick?
Rhea Ripley's winning because fuck Charlotte Flair.
No,
Okay,
you don't
tell me
fuck
how you
Charlotte
really
Flair. Charlotte Flair fucks you. Look what she did at the Royal Rumble. She fucked us all.
Air pound.
It's Charlotte Flair.
I think I would have remembered that.
Me continue F-bombs on this show.
Mm.
We each had one.
Yeah,
Shut
you
up.
give one now.
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
Tarek had like 4.
And Charlotte made me drop more because she does it to us all. Woo.
Wow. Woo. Woo indeed.
Boo. Boo.
Whoa.
Well,
Nay.
well, yeah, that is our picks for WrestleMania 36. One last Scholars Quick Talk for you all. What is your choice of WrestleMania snacks this year? Since we're all going to be in different places, what are your plans? What do you got?
Domino's.
Domino's?
Pizza and beer. Pizza and beer.
Pizza.
People are just saying pizza. I'm specifying which pizza.
Real pizza, not Domino's.
Oh, snap.
Domino's is real pizza.
I have
Can
an
you hold
easy
it?
order.
Can you hold it? Can you smell it? Can you taste it? It's real.
Mm-hmm.
I have an
Yeah.
easy order. It's just point and click. It's got to be Domino's for me too.
I'm still gonna
Brian.
be doing my damnedest to
Wrestling. Brian's
produce.
my tag team partner.
I'm still gonna be doing my damnedest to make pulled pork with JR's barbecue sauce. So if it works out well, if it works out well, you'll probably see a review on that too. But hey, who knows? If my science experiment fails, then yeah, it'll probably be pizza. Who knows?
Like you have all this JR pulled pork sandwiches. You see your buffalo chicken dip, and you just see a whole bunch of finger foods. And Season's gonna just come in and like, Jeff, we can't have a party now. What is all this for? It's for me.
It will be all for me if Lacey Evans loses.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, then you better enjoy that meal because that's what's
ready,
gonna happen.
Hey,
Get ready. Jeff,
I
you're gonna
still
look-
believe. I
His
still
sadness
believe.
buffet. His buffet of
Well, both
sadness.
leave because it's
His
completely
depression
irrelevant.
station.
Well, you might as well both leave because it's complete. It's just as irrelevant.
Oh, but hey, I got 2 words for you, fool. Zack Ryder.
Jeremy's not here. Nobody gives a shit.
No,
Tarek does. Tarek does.
he gets it.
Don't
I
show
get
it, Tarek.
I get.
Stay strong.
But it's
Anyway.
still cherish those last few days as champion, fool.
Yeah.
Because, wow.
Cherish these moments as if they were your last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway.
at least it doesn't all hinge on one match like it normally is.
Yeah, this is legitimately going to be a very fun prediction match, whatever you want to call this. And if you want to join in all the fun at home, that's right. We're talking to you now, the wrestling viewing audience, the person listening to this. If you want to join in the prediction shenanigans, you can do that right now because our official prediction card, our prediction game, a link to it is right in the description of this video. And it's going to be all of our socials on Facebook, on Twitter. It's going to be all over the place. Join in, fill out our entire scorecard, and join the fun with us. And while you're there, hey, check us out on Twitter too, and all of our social media. Tarek, what are you doing?
It's WrestleMania weekend, baby. Woo!
Yeah,
You're supposed to wait till the outro, Tarek.
That's what his other
I
shirt's
can't
for.
wait. It's that time of year, man. We only get it once, and as Jeff said it, this is a history-making WrestleMania for better and for worse. Might as well try our best to make it better.
yeah. Speaking of making it better, let's just plug the socials. Follow us on Twitter, Scholars OW, for all the latest episode uploads, including that's also where you can find the form for our prediction scorecard. Fill one out at Scholars OW on Twitter. Look for the link. Join all the fun. Play against viewers and us. We're going to be playing our predictions, and we'll play along. It's going to be a great time. You can also follow us on our personal Twitter accounts. Fool, where can they reach you?
You can reach me continuing to strip on Scholars of Wrestling at the Avataric.
That'll really sell. That'll put butts in seats.
That'll put
Beach to it.
yeah.
All right.
Scholar Brian, where can they reach you?
You can find me yelling, "No happiness!" at Atomic Beanpole.
Charlie, where can they reach you?
Charlene.
Charlene. Is that with one
Spell
E or
it.
two?
DHARLIEM.
So that's one E.
Duh.
Yes.
Okay. And you can reach me at I'm Robbie Rage. Join the conversation. Join the viewing part, the worldwide viewing party. It's going to be a wild one. And most importantly, fill out a scorecard. Put in your predictions. Let us know what's going on in the world. We love the engagement and we love wrestling because you know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're welcome. See you
Now
all.
WrestleMania, baby! Woo!
Oh my God.
See you all at WrestleMania.
Bye, buddy.